Welcome to State Scoop TV. I'm Jake Williams. Today we're with Mahesh Nattanmai from the state of New York. He's the Executive Chief Deputy Chief Information Officer. Mahesh, thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you.
So, Mahesh, tell us a little bit about what you've been working on for the past year.
Well, for the last year, since the transformation started, I think we've been going in a very methodical way in taking on the challenge of really reducing the complexity of the environment. That has been our biggest focus and largest focus, and it's really consolidate, standardize. That's what we are focusing on. And 3 years into the 4 years into the consolidation, we have a lot of things to really look back and be proud of what we have achieved as a team. We have consolidated data centers. We have moved emails to the cloud, which is we are probably the largest tenant of all the state government, and we have migrated to voice over IP phones. And we are in the process of consolidating call centers. So, and also we have redesigned the whole web page, ny.gov. If you go there, it has a really good, different look and feel now. So we are really focusing on a lot of what we would call as foundational, and we are now starting to move towards more of citizen-facing, and that's kind of what our focus has been. And we have a great team. We had a great time doing it.
That's awesome. So, I mean, we're relatively familiar with a lot of the cool work that you guys are doing in New York, and, we talked with Maggie earlier. I mean, how are you specifically, individually, really trying to bring innovation to projects and initiatives in your state?
People use innovation as a word too often, right? And innovation is cool. Innovation is what gets the media attraction and all that stuff. But trying to get to the innovation part in New York, it's like building while you're flying. That's what we are doing. We are building a plane while we are flying. So there is a lot of people aspect that we have to take care of before we talk about the innovation. So one of the things that we try to do is we have to make sure that we can still fly. The plane is not going to crash. So we typically try to take a small pool of people out and make it as really SWAT teams, and give them the task so that if there are cool ideas that is not right for the environment, then let it fail early, so that we learn from it. We learn from the mistakes before we make a big mess, and if they are successful, take that and then apply it across the whole state. So that has been our pattern, and we've been very successful. We have tried that with a couple of areas where like licensing and grants and a few other areas where like Maggie alluded to the theory of innovation doesn't mean it is just technology. Innovation begins with business process. So that's one of the things that we have done is really tackle the business process first, and even in some cases taking that to the paper process and making sure that it works before applying technology and fixing it. So that has been our model, and we seem to have gotten it right.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, 2016 is nearing its close.
Yeah.
We're here at the annual conference for NASCIO, and so that means it's almost the end of the year.
Yeah.
What have been your biggest challenges in 2016, and really how did you guys overcome those challenges? Yeah.
So we have a lot of work that we are working through, and then we also have a lot of talented people. But also on the flip side, I think I would say two biggest challenges that we have, when you're trying to do something this big, this scale, this rapidly. One is attrition. We have retirements that are hitting really fast. Sometimes in a week we lose tens of people, like 10, 15 individuals. It might sound really small, but when you lose individuals at the very top, then it leaves a big gap in an organization. And then attracting talent is not that easy, especially in an environment where you would have to groom people from bottom up. So that has been our one big one, talent. Second one I would say is also procurement. Procurement, I know in the NASCIO, even yesterday at the business meeting, a lot of the CIOs mentioned that as one of their challenges, and that's our challenge. And because traditionally procurements in state have been structured to cater the individual agencies. So whatever methodologies and structures that we have doesn't readily cater to what we call as an enterprise approach, wherein you're trying to go with fewer standards and also different types of terms that would cater to the whole state, not for a single agency. So I know NASCIO has been really helping a lot of state, and it's something that we really want to be part of and see what we can do, because that's what is going to drive innovation. That's what is going to make things better.
Sure. So it's obvious from talking to you that you have a lot of passion about what you do, and you've spent, as we talked about earlier, you've spent a couple of years in state IT, many years actually. What aspect of state IT, what aspect of working in government technology are you most passionate about?
I would say everything, right? Because when I used to be on the consulting side, and when I came into IT, my first project was really to implement the ERP system for the state of New York. And the scale and size, it's different, and it's a challenge, especially trying to get everybody aligned to that single common goal. But when you achieve it, it gives you a feel of accomplishment that I don't think you can see it anywhere in any other industry, because whatever tools, whatever technologies that you put, people are going to use it, people are going to talk about it, it's going to really impact everyday life of individuals. Whether it's you're putting a simple fishing license system, or anything, you're going to go to Walmart, you're going to see that people are using your system. So that feel of accomplishment, I don't think you're going to get it anywhere outside the government. So that's what has been the most rewarding thing to be in state government. And the second thing, I know folks talk about how government technology hasn't caught up with the times and all that, but I see it in a different way. I see that as an opportunity rather than calling it a problem. So we have lots of opportunities. We have lots of things that we can do to change it. So that's what is most exciting about the government.
Yeah. That's outstanding. So thank you, Mahesh. Thank you for your input here today. For more about what Mahesh and the team in New York are working on, check out statescoop.com for all the latest news and events in state information technology. And again, we're here today with Mahesh Nattanmai, the Executive Chief Deputy Information Officer for the state of New York. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.